You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
Get back to live food here. The struggle is between those who believe that prepared foods, the most sophisticated prepared foods, provide all of the fundamental nutrients that the aquarium needs in order for the entire aquarium to be able to thrive. And those, on the other hand, who believe that only natural material contain all of those nutrients. So there's the struggle. And there are positives on both sides of that. I think for my purposes, the difficulty with the prepared foods is that if you put an excess amount in the tank, it will foul. Whereas if you put an excess amount of natural nutrients in the form of tree leaves and other humic substance, it will not foul. There is one exception, and that is if you completely fill the tank with green leaves, it will foul. I mean, who would want to do that? But nevertheless, it will.
I've got hornwort that's almost completely taken over a tank or two.
Well, but that's live and growing.
This is true.
Leaves are not live, then they're not growing. They're dead. What you want to make sure is that they're also dried out, because you don't want to get that chlorophyll in the tank. You don't want to get the live cellular structure in the tank, because that will foul. That's the same as any other kind of dead organic material, particularly if it is an insectivore material or a mammalian material. Vegetable material typically will not rot in the same way. It will fungus and bacteria will attack it, but those are processes that go on naturally in the aquarium. Putting in, for example, a large piece of shrimp, a big whole shrimp in the tank with a bunch of little fish. Fantastic food. However, it's going to be there long after the fish have completely lost interest in it, and it will very quickly begin to deteriorate. That deterioration will cause an explosion of bacteria, which will consume the oxygen in the tank and stress the fish to the point of exhaustion and often to the point of death. A dead fish in a tank has much the same effect. Now, not a little fish, a big fish, something substantial enough to really be able to affect the entire water column. A little fish won't. In point of fact, a little fish will be eaten up before it even begins to deteriorate. It will be food for everybody.
Yeah, that's how I've lost a few fish, and I couldn't even take them back to the pet store to prove to the person that their fish didn't make it. But I don't have a body to show you.
I saw a saltwater fish die. Watched it. Sat there and watched it for altogether about half an hour. It took 15 minutes for it to become a skeleton.
15 minutes.
15 minutes for it to be eaten to the point where only the bones were left. And in the next 15 minutes, the bones were eaten. So it completely disappeared, was completely eaten by tiny fish, nothing big, nothing swallowed it. It was picked at by shrimp, by snails, by little fish. It was a fish about 2 inches long. In half an hour, it was gone. in, 15,
Circle of life.
in 15 minutes, it was a skeleton. So if you have a fish disappear, you don't know what happened to it. You can't find a carcass that's not on the floor. It probably was completely consumed. What's curious is that fish can live with each other and never bother each other, but the minute one of them dies, everything else in that tank, microscopic, macroscopic, fish, shrimp, inverts, the whole thing, all of
Mhm.
them are on top of that. And they will consume it until it's completely gone. And it can happen very, very quickly.
Yes, I've seen that. And it actually sometimes changes the whole dynamic of the tank. It's almost like socially, this one fish was holding everything into place. And then once it was gone, it's a new power structure.
Well, I hope you found something you've never seen before. Have a great day. Nice having you with us. Come on back.